The sound of a kiss we stole from the night, the soft-rushing heartbeats of love at first sight. Perfume is drifting in the cool breeze, dance of two hands, eager to meet. A kiss and two heartbeats ring out on the street. 'Cause kisses and heartbeats don't know how to lie. They're watered with tears and bloom in the night. Kisses and heartbeats don't know how to lie. And how to lie, and how to lie, and how to lie, oh no. How to lie, and how to lie, oh no. So let's take a step in this first dance of kisses and heartbeats, embracing by chance. Because maybe fate is too much of the world, just two random passengers caught in a whirl. A kiss and two heartbeats entwined in a curve. 'Cause kisses and heartbeats don't know how to lie. They're watered with tears and bloom in the night. Kisses and heartbeats don't know how to lie. And how to lie, and how to lie, and how to lie, oh no. How to lie, and how to lie, oh no. And how to lie, and how to lie, oh no.
We could drive along an ocean reflecting the sun, or make a bed of green atop a wide open scene. Under a canvas of blue I would draw ever nearer to you, to feel the dew on your skin. That is how it would begin. For summer is for falling in love. We could stay out late until the sun sets past 8, and the cotton candy haze mirrors the warmth of your gaze. Raise your glass to mine, and as we drink we would lock eyes, so we could disregard the thought of ever having to part. For summer is for falling in love. Lightness of being, we both know to be fleeting, like the last breath of a sunset right before the day is dead. But maybe the heat of today could keep even winter away. So I'll remember your laugh, 'cause nothing ever changes the fact that summer is for falling in love. Da-dun-da-dun-day. Summer is for falling Just a moment ago, been on the perfectly go, kept following birthday view. I'm not told that I'm born to leave and step behind all the things people do as if it's all of mine. Now I won't, and isn't it funny to have a walk in sunlight? Then I get them out of my mind. Then all the things I used to do ain't gonna waste my precious time of thinking of what do I do. All trees go blossom, tide is flying, days of spring will never come like these. I love the rain, it sounds die. They die away down on the street. They get me sometimes, drag out from the sky, and now I'm wondering how it was. Just a moment ago, being on the perfectly go, kept following birds a few. They flew in sunlight there. I get them out of my mind. Then all the things I used to do ain't gonna waste my precious time of thinking of what do I do. All trees go blossom, tide is flying, days of spring will never come like these. I love the rain, it sounds die. They die away down on the street. I get them out of my mind. All the things I used to do ain't gonna waste my precious time thinking of what do I do. I get them out of my mind. Then all the things I used to do ain't gonna waste my precious time of thinking of what do I do. All trees go blossom, tide is flying, days of spring will never come like these. I love the rain, it sounds die. They die away down on the street.
I've never known a love so steady. Even gold won't turn your tide. We flow together like an ocean, every low and every high. And I would have you anyway, dear, any way your heart could bear. Even if you had to leave me, I'd always be waiting here. Even when we are apart, I will keep you in my heart, and I wouldn't change a thing, even if I were the king. I've never known a brighter sunset, but every day I see it rise. I never thought it could be better until I saw it in your eyes. when we are apart, I will keep you in my heart. I will hold the world at bay just to see you smile again. And when time begins to fade, I will love you just the same, and I wouldn't change a thing, even if I were the king.
The shortest time you had to go, but I'm just so happy I had you. The morning's near and still I can't tell you how I feel. Just another lonely day to get through.
Let's meet down at the lonely lake before summer has gone away. Swim out under a broken sky.
Cold sun colored with shades of white, waved goodbye to last summer. Cold air coming away soon. So let's lay under the falling moon. Tell me something about yourself. You've never told to no one else. Say goodbye to lonely nights of last summer. Say goodbye, say goodbye to lonely nights of last summer.
The very first moments of falling, the stirring of the heart, felt the love I gave no longer started to bloom with you in mind. When I learned to find with you a way to hold, not lose. If I open up my heart this way, intertwine, maybe I'll make a change. This can only mean one thing, that my love might begin to believe again. It's only for you.